Hey, what up and welcome to another episode of Creased. We got an unboxing. We're gonna get straight into it. Let's do that. Okay. Nike moved to 0 box. I wonder what the code does. Maybe we'll scan that another time. Don't need the knife. It's got this nice little pull tab. Pull for sport. Sport mode engaged. Let's broke it. There we go. Can't believe I broke that. I like how they got that bit there so you can reuse it. Okay. The box is a little fancy. Whoa, okay. The box is super fancy. We've got all different types of things on here. It says Detroit Motor City, it says Philippines, and it says South Africa. So at the time that these dropped, there was 3 different pairs. There was a collab with Titan, which was a Philippine store. A collab with, I don't remember the Detroit one, but there was one in Detroit. Then there was this one, which is South Africa, Shelf Life, which is a hip hop store with graffiti bases. So for me, Jordan 2 lows have been, I've enjoyed Jordan 2 lows for a number of years. I think it's a very underrated, silhouette, whether it be the low or the high. But when they brought out a collab with a graffiti store, I thought that was dope. So I had to get that one. Let's see. Man, I'm impressed with the presentation of this, because even inside the box is that sublimated type material with the Jordan brand stamp. I mean, the box alone is fancy. I'm happy with the box. I'm an easy customer, I guess. You've got the custom paper as well, which this print is, made up of the South African skyline. Has a print of the Jordan 2, has like people, then trains, then graffiti, throw-ups and everything. Like, I don't know what it is. Like, I've never been too crazy with collabs. I've said it before that a collab doesn't mean I'm gonna purchase it. I just care if I like the shoe, right? And then this year I bought a whole bunch of different collabs. So let's get into this shoe. There's even a little hang tag with the Jordan emblem and Shelf Life on the back there. You'll get all this in B-roll. I want to say I'm not too crazy about the quality in terms of the midsole. I think the painted midsole is really poor. Like, really poor. It just looks like it's bubbled up heaps. The shoe itself looks incredible. Like, if you hold it from that type of angle, it looks incredible. It really does. But this is $270. I think it was $270. Doesn't say on there. I want to say it was $270 or $240 or I don't know. It was expensive for a low. But the story, what it looked like in pictures in terms of the quality. I mean, the quality of materials is really good. The only thing that's letting it down is its painted midsole, where it's bubbled up, and that's only one shoe. I don't know what the other one's going to look like. Got extra laces with the orange and the green. I feel like the orange or the green would make this pop a lot better. What's the midsole looking like on this one? It's a little bit better. Still, like, it's just not finished very well. Oh wow, that's really bad. I don't know if that's a cut or like the sole isn't on properly, or man. And like, there's parts of them that look dirty. Like, legitimately dirty. You've seen it, I've just opened these up, but there's like a dirt mark on the tongue. There's marks on the toe box there. I've been waiting for these. Oh yeah, there's some more imperfections. It's like a bit of leather there, with glue, that just pulls off, so that's not too bad. This is horrible quality, like absolutely horrible quality. I shouldn't say that in terms of the materials. The materials are decent. It's the QC. Like, you're going to be seeing overlays as I mention it, but on the medial side of the right one, like, that's as bad as it gets. Like, that even looks like maybe a knife has cut it, or I don't know, maybe the sole was meant to come up and cover that imperfection, but then there's another mark further down. The painted sole on this, you know, the midsole to the actual outer sole, the joint is not very clean, to say the least. Yeah, this is just really bad quality. Like, I think this is the worst quality I've ever dealt with in terms of Nike, and you saw the genuine excitement in my face from seeing the box, seeing all that, to then this. Now, the good thing is, these are still sitting on Nike, so I should be able to get another pair and we shouldn't have an issue there. What's the other pair going to look like? Is it going to be much the same? Is it like, man, like, this is horrendous quality. I can't stress it enough. Like, I thought the bubbling of the midsole and everything was bad on the left one, but I don't even know what to say. They look worse than my UNC lows, and I bought them second hand. Shout outs to the Chosen one from Melbourne. I'm sure I bought them off him for about 80 bucks back in the day, maybe even 70. Let's have a look. Am I tripping? Nah, see, the joint between the midsole and the outer sole on this is so much better. These have obviously been worn. I've worn these a lot. The thing with the Jordan 2 is, and that's why you're paying for it, is it's meant to be this really, you know, incredible quality, designed in Italy and that sort of thing. And what we got there is just horrendous. I mean, that's why it's so expensive for a low. I want to say it was $270. I'm sure it was $270 for a low. Retail. Like, that's insane. But, you know, you go, the 2 has good quality, it's, you know, it looks good, I like the story with the collab. Watch this space. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm sending them back, I know that for damn sure. Whether they want to give me a refund or send me a better quality pair, one without all the flaws and dirty, man, I don't know what's going to happen when I do these videos. It's because it's, you know, real time, I'm honest to a fault. I'm just so fucking disheartened. Let's do some B-roll. Wrap this up. They just don't make shoes like this anymore. And when they try, they cheap out and it doesn't work. This was a collab This was a shoe that I was so stoked on. I love the story, them being a hip hop store and that sort of thing. They killed it with the collab, you know, the apparel that came with it, all the little details, everything about it. Everything that essentially Shelf Life and the Nike designers have come up with, great. The execution though, especially on the shoes, well, you've seen it, right? I went from pure joy, excitement to almost anger. Went disappointment to anger. I honestly wish the returns facility in WA was closer to me so I could drive there and throw this pair at them. It's ridiculous. Like, if you see it from this distance, looks great. Great shoe. If you actually get it in hand, you know, the first thing I noticed was the painted midsole. It's bubbled up, there's a lot of imperfections on it. What do you do? But when I saw the dirty marks on it, the other shoe where it looks like it was cut into the material. As soon as I've finished doing this little video here, I'm sending them back. I've just started doing the return and everything, and it basically, like, it's doing a refund only. I can't get a swap for another pair, and I can't even see them available anymore. So this has been super disappointing. I really wanted this shoe, but not like this.
Okay, thank you so much. And as you said earlier, you wanted to return this item, right?
Yep. I want to get an exchange though. I don't want a refund. I just want a pair that doesn't have all the factory flaws that this one did, because this was horrible. I don't know how it could have gone through quality control without seeing it. Like, it's very blatant. It looks like where the sole and the upper connects, it hasn't been glued on properly, and there's like cuts in the leather where maybe the sole would cover that up normally, but it's really bad. There's dirt marks on them. There's everything.
Okay. Yeah, I do apologize for the item to be like that one. So yeah, I will be sending you a return label for this one. Do you have the return label as well?
Do I have what, sorry?
Do you already receive a return label for this one?
Yeah, I did. I did it last night, but it was saying refund only, so that's why I want to make sure I can get another pair, not a refund.
Okay, I see. So upon policy here in our Nike website, you need to send it back in our warehouse right now. So do you send it in our warehouse?
I can send it back. That's no problem. But I want to make sure I get another pair.
So you already initiate a return for this one, right?
I believe, yeah. Last night I did.
I'm sorry. Can you please repeat that again? Because
last night I initiated the return.
Okay. So do you place already your item in our post office, right?
I have not. No, I haven't, because it's a weekend. The post office isn't open. So I would be doing that on Monday.
I see. So yeah, Matt, just checking here. Can you please provide me your name, full name, and email address here, just to clarify? Okay, thank you. It is for Air Jordan 2 Cholo SP Manchu, right?
That's the one.
Okay. Okay. So, Matt, do you have your return label right now?
I have. I've printed the return label and I've boxed them up. But if I need to redo the return label, I can do that.
Okay. Yeah. Upon checking here, once you return this item in our post office, And since you're from Australia, it will be returned in our warehouse within 8 to 10 business days. So once we receive the item here in our warehouse, that's the time that we will provide you and we will initiate you a process of full refund.
I don't want a full refund though. I want another pair.
Okay.
I want the pair replaced without factory flaws. It's a very expensive shoe and it's in terrible condition.
Okay. So you wanted Air Jordan to retro low as well?
Yes, I would like it replaced.
This one? Okay. So no worries. We have here once you return this item, we will investigate it further once we have here in our warehouse. We will investigate it further, and once we are done with the investigation process, it will reship or it will initiate a full refund on their provided original payment method in our end. So it will be reflected within.
But I don't want a refund. I just want it replaced.
Yeah. So
It's a faulty item with factory flaws. I just want what I paid for. It's a $270 shoe. It's a very expensive shoe. I just want what I paid for. I don't want a refund. Are you telling me there's no way to get it replaced?
Hello?
Are you telling me I cannot get the shoe replaced? Is that what you're telling me?
Just wait for a while. I will check here in my end if we can reply your order here in our return. Okay? I will be placing this call on hold for a minute or two, and I will be back as soon as possible. Okay?
Okay.
You can right now. So all I can do here for you, just to give you an option here in our end, you need to place another order in our website, and we will initiate a full refund for this item.
Well, the shoe isn't on the page anymore. The shoe is, if I go to where I purchased it from, it's not there anymore. But I know you guys have still got stock. You still have stock, so I want this replaced. I don't want a refund. I want to replace for a pair that doesn't have cuts and dirt marks all over it.
Okay, I do understand that, and I do apologize.
Policy or not, you have the capability to get that in return, see that it's not good enough, and send me a pair that is.
Yeah, since we don't have the stock here in our end.
Well, there's no stock in Australia anyway. The stock came from the Netherlands. The stock came from your international dispatch in the Netherlands, and I guarantee you've got more stock there. Because it was a full size run just the other day. You've taken it off the Australian website, and you would have given the allocation to another country. I guarantee it. You still have stock of this item.
Okay, just to check here in our warehouse, if we have the stock here in the Air Jordan 2 Retro Low. Okay, just wait for a while, and I will be taking this call on hold. I will check here, and I will contact our warehouse if we have stock here in stock of Air Jordan 2. Okay.
Okay.
For a while, I will be taking this call again for a minute or two, and I will be back again as soon as possible. Thank you so much. Stay on the line. Thank you.
I'm not sure how much you're hearing of what he's saying because I've got it on loudspeaker and everything, but it may not be picking up everything. But basically, like, he's saying all we can do is refund, we can't do anything, and he said, oh, you can go back and buy it. But they've been taken off the Australian website. There was a full size run the other day, so I'm assuming what they do is, you know, so it doesn't look so bad, that they give the allocation to another country, maybe put it into America for a restock, whatever, right? So I've said to him, it's not on the Australian website, but I guarantee you have stock. Go find me some stock. Let's see how we go. Now, I don't want a refund. I want another pair of these because I believe it's a really nice, really clean shoe. But, like, if it's just going to be the same quality, they're going to get sent back too. I don't care how long it takes. Like, I know there's a story going around about StockX no longer doing authentication. Has Nike come out in solidarity and now they're just not doing any quality control? Like, their quality control has been average for a while now. Like, I've done plenty of videos showing the absolute worst of it when I've come across it. But this is a whole nother level. This is... It wasn't even disappointment. It was anger. Like, your better quality stuff is usually reserved for these limited edition collabs, right? Not the case with this. I mean, the quality of materials is pretty good. But the QC is non-existent. You can't tell me someone checked over this shoe and said that's fine. That's fine to go out in the shelves. There's no way someone looked at this. There's no way. I'm getting super fired up here, and what can you do? I'm gonna send them back. Hopefully they send me another pair. This pair came all the way from the fucking Netherlands. I don't think we're doing that anymore, Nike. Apparently we still are. So I'm gonna have to wait for that. So that took 2 or so weeks. So we're gonna have to send these back. That'll take a week for them to sort out and work out what they're doing. Then they're going to try and find stock. Then that's going to be another 2.5 weeks to get a pair that doesn't look like it was put together with scraps, then handled by a bunch of people and whatever. Because, like... it's getting tiring, and I can see why a lot of people are going towards New Balance, they're going towards Asics, they're going towards Diadora, Saucony, because the quality of materials is insane. The QC, I've never had a bad pair of Asics or New Balance, right? Granted, I don't have as many from those brands, but I've never seen it. And in my years of retail, I never saw it in terms of things that I would sell on the shelves. Like, you never get a pair where this shoe is bigger than the other, or glue stains, or whatever the hell they did with this shoe, right? You just don't get it. Problem is, in the landscape we're at, people will buy stuff regardless. They won't send it back in fear of not getting another pair or missing out, right? This pair, I know, there's no hype. There should be. It's a great shoe. If the quality control was there, I'd be so... this video would be completely different. I'd be so stoked. But it's not. That's not where we're at right now. So, I don't know. I'm sending these back. To be continued. Let's see what happens. I'm hoping that I get another pair, we don't have any issues, and this is the last video I ever do like this, where, I don't know.
Matthew, thank you for waiting and sorry for that long hold, Matthew.
Yep, I'm here.
Yeah, upon checking here in our warehouse, I already contact our warehouse here, and we have management team. I already checked if there is a stock here in our Jordan 2 Retro Low in our warehouse. So yeah, upon checking here, we do not have stock here or Air Jordan Retro Low.
So there's no stock. There's no stock in the entire of Nike of a size 10.
Yeah, we don't have stock in your in your end, in the Australian.
So in the Australian stock, you don't have any stock. But in American stock, you would have stock. In other countries, you would have stock. So you do have pairs, so you could send me a pair, but you're not going to.
Yeah, we can do that here in our end. So, yeah, just wait for this item to be in stock, and you need to place it again once the item is restocked here.
The item's not going to be put back in stock because it's been taken out of stock on the Australian Nike website because it didn't sell out and it's been given to another country's allocation. But I miss out because my pair had terrible flaws on it. That doesn't seem fair. I just want what I paid for.
Yeah, I do apologize for this one because, but our policy here, once we don't have the stock here in our Australian website, we can no longer send the stock on other shipment in our other country here in our website. So all I can do here for you is just to wait until we have stock here in your website. So if you wanted to return this item, the Air Jordan 2 Retro Low, we will initiate a full refund for this one. And
honestly, it's not good enough. But what can I do? Nike as a company as a whole, you have stock in other allocations. You don't have any for Australia because Australia gets the short end of the stick out of everything, right? We're second thought. But I got a pair that if you had seen this pair, if anyone who was doing any sort of quality control had seen this pair, it wouldn't have been sent to me at all. So someone hasn't done their job correctly and I get the short end of the stick of it. It makes no sense. But I guess I'll send it back for a refund because you can't get me another pair. That's ridiculous. I just hung up. I'm fucking done. The other day I was in Foot Locker and there was a pair of Dunks, the Beetroot Dunks. The quality control on that was so terrible. The swoosh on the side, the inside stitching was all over the place. So mate, if you had got that pair in hand and you're an authenticator at one of these places, right, you would have said this has got to be fake. Like the quality, this has got to be fake. This is what we're dealing with. Let me double check. I want to say this shoe right here was $270. Let's double check. They're still sitting if you want a pair. I think these, the Detroit and the Philippines pair. Titan 2s, I think they are. Although, in stock, I'm not seeing them. Maybe they're all gone now. Maybe they... will I get a pair? Probably won't now. Let's just flick through the main page. If they're still on there, sometimes it shows a bit more than what's actually in stock. I cannot for the life of me see it. The Detroit pair's on the front page. That's saying sold out now. That's interesting. I honestly feel like when they sit too long in sneakers, regardless if they've sold out or not, they ship the allocation to like other places. That's what I feel like they do. I don't know. Could be wrong. Yeah, I can't see it anywhere. Who knows if I'll be able to get another pair. Doesn't look like it at this stage, but actually, on the Nike app, it should say how much I paid for them. Orders. $270. $270 for a low. That price is insane. You would assume attached to that price is really good quality. That's not the case. I'm sending these back. I don't know what you want to take out of this episode. There's no resolution, there's no nothing, it's just I'm pissed off. This has been another episode of Creased. Let me know in the comments if you've had similar issues. because I know we all have. Let's all go in the comment section and vent our frustration. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Peace.